What's up traders? In this video we're gonna go through 3 major instruments and see what opportunities we've got ahead for this week, what are we looking for, and are there any potential setups. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can find a lot more valuable content and where you can expect a video pretty much every week of the month. Okay, if you want to receive daily analysis as well as updates on various setups and instruments in the market, then make sure to join our free Telegram channel where you can find all that as well as a lot more educational content. Alright, make sure to check out the link in the description down below. Now, before we proceed with the analysis, I want to go through the economic calendar and see what news we've got ahead for this week, as it is Monday and we should be aware of all the fundamentals that could affect price action. Alright, now looking at Monday here, we don't expect anything major. On Tuesday though, as you can see, we've got some news coming out for the British pound. Then later on, around 10 a.m. in the morning, we've got some news for the euro, and then after that for the US dollar as well. Alright, we're not expecting anything major here. However, those are high impact news, so watch out around those hours. Okay, so what's really important this week is the news that we've got on Wednesday regarding the New Zealand dollar, and as you can see, we've got Royal Bank of New Zealand interest rate decision, and to be honest, it is said that we could expect an increase of the interest rate decision, and so that means we should see strong New Zealand dollar. Alright, so eyes on the news that we've got in the early hours on Wednesday. Right, what else we've got? Also around 7 p.m. on Wednesday, again we've got FOMC minutes for the US dollar. And although we're not expecting a lot of movement around there, if of course there's something that is quite different from the expectations, we could see some moves during the news. Alright, on Thursday, again in the early morning hours, we've got some high impact news for the Aussie dollar. And then on Friday, again, news regarding the GBP and the Canadian dollar as well. Alright, so quite busy week ahead, and we should see some moves across the instruments. Now first we're gonna start off with Bitcoin. We're gonna go to the daily chart where price is still above the descending trend line and it has been moving to the upside since the breakout. Then we're gonna drop down to the 4-hour chart and we will follow price action there and see what it has done since last week. And then we're gonna drop down to the hourly chart and look at what's going on there. Alright, now if you haven't watched our previous weekly forecast video, make sure to go back and watch it so you can follow how our analysis played out since then. Okay, here it is, the Bitcoin chart on a daily time frame, and what we looked at in our previous analysis from last week was that price was just breaking out of this descending trend line, and that's when we put this expansion to give us our next target levels. Right now what you can see is that we're not that far from the 100% fib expansion too. However, price is currently testing this resistance right here where we actually expect for market to break above and possibly continue higher. Okay, now we're going to drop down to the 4-hour chart in a second, but if you did manage to enter any long positions last week, what you can do now is to either move your stop loss to break even and let it run, because like I said, there's a higher probability that price will continue higher, or you could actually collect profits and then wait for that breakout and possibly re-enter again on the retest. Okay, I'm gonna drop down to the 4-hour chart, and we drew that zone last week where price was just breaking above, and we did actually have that retest even back then. So what we said was that we could enter a long position here with stops below the zone and expect for price to continue higher. And what we have since then is exactly that, higher highs and higher lows. Right now, because market is approaching this resistance zone and it's currently testing it, that's why we've got this big impulse here, then we have a pullback, another impulse, we then have a pullback, and this time we have a smaller impulse. So that's why I'm saying you could collect profits, close out your trades and wait for that break above the major resistance, and that's when you want to look to re-enter again. Or if you haven't got any trades, I would suggest do not enter a trade now, but wait for the breakout, because that will be your confirmation and an entry signal as well. Okay, now this whole idea won't be valid anymore if price comes below this market structure here, because if we go back to the daily chart, what we see here is this strong support and resistance level right here. And so if we see market coming and closing below it, well then it is very likely that we could actually see trend reversal. Okay, but until then we are looking at a long bias and we are expecting this breakout. Right, I'm gonna step down to the hourly chart, and market just formed kind of a double top up here. So this is currently playing out. Price will most likely continue a bit lower, but what we want to see next is another higher low and price breaking above this previous market structure here, basically the most recent high, and then you could be looking for long opportunities again on the retest. Okay, I think best place to have your stop loss would be below this low right here, or if you want to be even more conservative, you can then use this previous low for your stop loss. And to be honest, that could turn out to be a pretty decent setup, as we're going to be looking for price to reach previous highs all the way up here at 63k. But to be honest, you could be looking for first targets up here at 58, 59k, and that will still give you a very nice risk to reward ratio on this trade. All right. The next instrument we're going to have a look at is the euro dollar. And first, again, we're going to start off with the daily chart where price remains in a downtrend. Then we're going to drop down to the 4-hour chart where, again, we're going to be looking for selling opportunities. However, price is currently making a little bit of a deeper pullback due to the news that we've had on Friday last week. And lastly, we're going to have a look at the hourly chart and see what levels to expect next, and do we have any nice opportunity there. All right, let's have a look at the chart. So like I said, looking at the daily chart, we are still in a downtrend, expecting for price to reach previous market structure down here around the 1.1640 level, right? This is how the daily candle closed on Friday last week, and this is what's currently giving price that upside momentum. So let's go down to the 4-hour chart and see what I mean. Now, if I place a fib retracement level here, you see that we just broke above the 38.2 level, and that most probably means that we're going to see price testing that 61.8 level next, and then from here we could be looking for a downside continuation, because our opinion is mainly driven because of our long-term expectations for this pair. All right, to be honest, when talking to our premium members, we said that we should see a reversal right around here, or maybe from the 23.6 level, but then this upside momentum gave price a little bit more strength, and so it is very likely, like I said, to see 61.8 next, right? So I'm going to drop down to the hourly chart, just going to zoom out as well. Now what I'm saying is that we could be looking at potential upside move to around the 1.1830 1840 level, right around here in this zone, basically between the 76.4 and 61.8 retracement level. And then from here inside of this zone, that's where we're going to be waiting for a reversal signal. Okay, so if you are looking for short term opportunities, well, you could be looking for an upside move to take price up here, but if you are going to be entering any long positions, make sure that your target is inside of this zone here. Okay, once that happens, well, like I said, we are then going to be looking for short trades and market possibly reaching 1.1640 next. Okay, and the last instrument for this video will be gold. Now we're looking at overall downside direction on the 4-hour time frame. I'm going to show you what key level we're looking at for a possible selling opportunities, and then on the hourly chart, what exactly is our idea for a downside move. All right, let's move on to the chart again. Starting off on a daily time frame, not much different than what we saw last week, apart from the pullback right here, taking price higher. However, this is not a trend reversal, but just a pullback, as you can see. All right, now don't mind this wick here. This is because the low liquidity that we had in the beginning of last week, but it shows it like that just because of the broker. Anyways, stepping down to the 4-hour time frame, Now as you can see, price formed a bottom right here and it then began an upside move. Okay, I'm gonna take the rectangle 2 and this is the resistance that we're looking at. All right, now I'm expecting for price to reach this resistance, and from here we're going to be looking for a reversal signal that will indicate to us price should reverse back to the downside. And if I go back to the daily time frame, we're actually going to be expecting the 1700 level, but maybe even price breaking below this lows right here. Okay, however, this is a very long-term idea, so let's just say first we're going to be looking at the 1700 level. All right, and so that means looking at the hourly chart, it's still not time to sell. Like I said, first we want to see market reaching this zone right here, and then if you want some extra confirmation, well, then you could wait for a break below previous structure, a retest, and then you can get involved with stop loss just above that resistance zone. Okay, and knowing what targets we're looking at, obviously this is another great opportunity that you could get involved in. All right, so watch out for price action here, wait for that reversal signal, be patient, don't rush into a trade, and you will be able to make some nice profits. Okay, also we've had a pretty interesting situation in the beginning of last week, so leave a comment, what do you think is gonna happen here on gold, what are the levels that you're looking at, and just get engaged in the comment section down below. All right, so like I said, make sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out any of our future content. Also, if you really want to take your trading to the next level, check out the links in the description down below and follow us across all social media. Alright, if you want our specific trade signals as well as videos like this for pretty much all the instruments that we've got on our watch list, then get in touch with us and we can put you in our premium Telegram channel so you can make profits alongside with us. Alright, that's all for now. I'll see you later. Take care, everybody. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to watch our last 2 videos where you can find more valuable information. Check out our channel for more trading related videos. I wish you all a successful trading and I'll see you next time.